Hey, what's happening, y'all? Matt with Audio Mud here, and it is the end of September, or at least close to it, and it's time for another monthly update. So this month we had the long-awaited Pro Tools versus Reaper evaluation thing that I did. We'll touch on that more here in a little bit. And then we had the release of my cover of Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, which was a ton of fun. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you go and watch that. That was a blast to film, and trying to wear outfits and stuff that was reminiscent of the different people in AC/DC, putting a little tie and a hat for Angus and undershirt for Brian Johnson, just having fun doing goofy stuff. So it was a blast. I think it came out pretty good. Next month, so first week of the month, I'm going to have the video breakdown of my ES335 kit build. Which you can see that guitar in the Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution track, so I use that in there. And in the video, run through the process of building the kit and then go through some tones. So that one's going to be really good. And then I've got the release of the music video for my original song Fallen, which is one of my wife's favorites. And then, as far as the podcast, we ran into another snag. We're running behind again, so that's what's kind of going on there. And that I'm glad that at this point I'm only releasing those podcast videos here on YouTube, where I already have other content coming, so it's not like I'm putting it through a podcast platform and it's hitting like iTunes and stuff, and now suddenly there's a huge gap in content. So that's been a good decision. But it's just kind of hectic trying to get everybody together, and that's one thing with these single person, single camera videos. It's fairly easy to stay reliable. But going back to our Pro Tools versus Reaper evaluation, that was really cool and a lot of fun. And I do want to point out and give huge props to all of you guys who jumped in the comments and put in your votes and made things fun, because that was the point for me. I mean, there's so much seriousness and stuff out there as far as evaluating these softwares. Like, I thought it'd be really fun to just play that game, and those of you that did, thanks so much. Like, I really appreciate that, and it made me feel good to have that sort of positive interaction. And in the comments, it was really apparent that with those of you who are fans of Reaper, who know Reaper, and this is what they talk about with the community of surrounding Reaper, right? You guys, even when I screwed up, when you jumped into the comments, you were so positive. Like, you were telling me, dude, cool video, I really enjoyed it, but did you know? And then telling me where I could get more information, or telling me some different things I could do to improve that workflow. It was so insightful and so positive and encouraging and just awesome. So thank you. In my opinion, even though I was still kind of overwhelmed with Reaper, that facet of it makes me want to keep learning. And, for some of the Pro Tools people, they said that they didn't even care about the community aspect, which I can understand. It's software. Community is not a requirement. But if you're talking about the business side of things and trying to bring people into a software, you catch more flies with honey. Forgive the southernism, but it's just true. And the nicer you are, the better your community is, the more your community is willing to advocate for you and say how cool things are and provide options and be positive and encouraging, the more people are going to be drawn into that software. It was a weird thing. It was just kind of, and that was part of my interest, was watching what happened in the comments and seeing who says what. How do the different people approach this discussion? And I just really, and there were some Pro Tools guys who were still very positive and encouraging and had fun with it, and that part was awesome. That's what I want to see. And personally, for this channel, that's what I'm about. I am a freelancer and an enthusiast. This channel is a place for me to do stuff when I have an idea. If I build a cool guitar, why shouldn't I show it off? If I come up with a cool experiment and I want to see how different things work compared to each other, Why should I have to wait for another creator to do that when I can just do it myself the way I want to see it and share it with you guys? So I'm not trying to pretend to be one of the big guys. I'm not one of the big guys. Not what this is about. So when the community jumps in and they participate with me at that level, it's awesome and just really makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something that's worthwhile and not just spinning my wheels. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. That was a long way of just singing all of your praises. All right, and now on to what we've all been waiting for, the reveal of the Pro Tools v Reaper votes and what was actually what. So according to a sticky note here, we had 3 votes for version A being Reaper and 2 votes for version A being Pro Tools. Now, so here's the big reveal. Version A was indeed Pro Tools. But here's the kicker. I got kind of curious and wondered where in the process did the Reaper version become so much brighter and more harsh than the Pro Tools version. And so I went back and listened to some of my bounces, and it looks like that change happened in the mastering phase. So what we're going to do here in a sec is we are going to play that back, but instead of just the 2 versions, we're going to listen to 4 versions. So we're going to have the Pro Tools mix, the Pro Tools master, the Reaper mix, and the Reaper master. So that then we can kind of see where that took place. I don't know what was happening in my brain at the time that once I took my mix from Reaper and started mastering in Reaper, I ended up boosting that high end quite a bit. Which makes sense. I'm a much better mix engineer and recording engineer than I am a mastering engineer. It's just never been my strong suit. And usually with artists I work with, I do encourage them to find a separate mastering house. I can get the job done if I take a lot of time and do a lot of references, but yeah, just not my strong suit, something I'm still working on. All right, let's roll it. Back to this twisted wreckage, drawn in by a ghostly message. What once was good is now so wrong. Fog, dust, and ash, where did it come from? Lost family, keep guiding me and tell the tale of the road to hell. And we then into silence, drift your call, and down your spine, feel this chill. Restless dreams upon a silent hill. Evil abounds, trying to survive. Guilt-made monsters play with my life. Punish my sins, cast me out for my crimes, and hear the flames burn whatever's mine. Lost piece of me, keep guiding me and tell the tale of the road to hell. Oh, selfish plea, keep guiding me and tell the tale of the road to hell. And we then begin to fall into silence, drift your call, and down your spine, feel this chill. Restless dreams upon a silent hill. All right, so interesting stuff, right? Pretty cool. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this update video. We will see you again with the next one, the ES335 video. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as usual. It helps a lot and lets me know that people are actually interested in what I've got going on. But I appreciate you. You're awesome. And have a good one.